This year, we know state lawmakers made it easier to carry a gun in Tennessee, launching permitless carry for most adults. And another measure looks to make Tennessee a Second Amendment sanctuary state and prevent enforcement of potential future federal legislation. While both moves were met with heated opposition, they may have made the volunteer state more attractive to gun manufacturers. Troy Industries is the latest gun maker to announce it's moving its headquarters and manufacturing facility here to Tennessee, to Clarksville. News Channel 5's Chris Davis shows us why so many companies are taking aim at Tennessee.
Beretta was one of the first to pull the trigger on Tennessee. The firearm manufacturing facility officially opened up in Gallatin back in 2016, but since then, several gun and accessory dealers have followed them here.
I've actually got a client that's in the process of moving their manufacturing here from Massachusetts. They're not as big as Troy or Beretta.
Troy Industries tells News Channel 5 they're moving to Tennessee because Massachusetts, where they're based now, has a changing climate when it comes to guns. That explains why they're moving, says a Second Amendment advocate, but not why they picked Tennessee.
There's a lot of incentives to be here, but they're all economic.
John Harris argues some of the allure is why so many other people are moving to the volunteer state.
Most of them are going into rural communities that are conservative, that are economical in terms of their housing markets, that are close by to areas that have good school systems or good private school networks.
But then there's the economic incentives.
I think Tennessee's really demonstrating that it likes corporate welfare.
We don't know the details of the Troy Industries deal, but the state offered Beretta nearly $11 million to call Tennessee home. Even though Harris is a fan of firearms, he recoils to the idea of a sweetheart deal.
I think that's picking winners and losers at taxpayer expense, and they'll justify it. They do justify it, and both parties do it.
But Harris says if the state continues to dangle those prospects, Tennessee will continue to be the bullseye for gun makers. Chris Davis, News Channel 5.